How's it going, everyone? Ryan here, and today I'm bringing you another video. We're going to be taking a look at the Dynamic Discs Suspect. The Suspect is a overstable mid-range. It is a smaller diameter. It features a shallow rim and a pretty flat top to it. There's also a little bit of a bead as well. Even though this disc is a mid-range, it falls between a putter and a mid-range. It's going to be great for shorter drives, approaches, and upshots. So this one here is in FUZION. It's I think 172 grams, so not super light. I have one here in the Classic Soft. This one is 175 grams, and then this one here is the one that I actually keep in my bag. It's a 175 gram FUZION as well. So I'm going to go take a few shots with these discs. Few different lines with them, and then I'm going to give you my opinion on them and how they fly for me. So with a flat release, it holds a pretty straight line, and then as it slows down, it has a pretty nice fade to it. This is one of the sneakiest discs I've ever thrown, especially on these little tight forehand lines. Just makes its way through all those trees with no problem. A flat to a slight hyzer release, just an easy hyzer shot. Throwing it with a forehand, throw it flat. There's a little bit of a headwind coming through. It turns on me, but it still comes back. I throw this one with a little bit of an anhyzer, and you can see it fights out pretty quickly, holds a straight line, and then has a pretty straight finish to it. Just a forehand hyzer shot with the Classic Soft. I put a little bit more on this one, so once it gets way up there, once it kind of slows down and loses glide, it just stalls and hyzers pretty hard. Simple little upshot. Another little upshot, kind of showing the difference with the Classic Soft. And then I put this one on a anhyzer angle with that high forehand and get it to hold it all the way down. 3 drives, 3 birdies. Another little Classic Soft forehand. With a flat to slight anhyzer release, it fights out pretty quickly, so you can get a controlled, tight little S shot. This is probably the hardest throw I have out there, and you can see it still has pretty good fade to it when thrown on a hyzer angle. And then probably the hardest thrown forehand, it still has a pretty decent fade on that Classic Soft. One more little pitch up trying to go for an ace run, but not quite. Alright, so with those shots, that's essentially how the Suspect flies. If you throw it on a hyzer, it'll hold the hyzer line. If you throw it flat, it's going to fly pretty straight and then have a predictable finish at the end. And then if you put it on an ante, just a little bit of ante, it'll fight back and have a tight little S-turn. Or, like I did in that forehand shot, if you do put some more ante on it, it'll hold it a long ways. It's not so overstable that you can throw it like, say, a Dynamic Discs Justice, how it's going to fight really hard out of that. This disc does take a little bit more finesse to it, but it is a really predictable, really great flying disc. A lot of these holes out here were pretty short, so for under 200 feet, definitely under 250 feet, or any approach shots, this disc is going to be perfect for it. You'll be able to throw it flat, nice little hyzer in, maybe a little flick upshot. That's essentially what I use the Suspect for. Alright, so between the two plastics here, the Classic Soft or even the whole Classic Blend Classic line, these ones are going to have a really flat top to them. Because of this, they're not going to have quite as much glide. Something like the Classic Soft or the Blend, these ones are going to be great for upshots where you really just want them to stick. The softer plastic really grabs whatever sort of ground that it's going to be landing on. Whereas with the premiums, these ones, they tend to have a little bit more glide. I can get a little more distance out of these ones, as well as these ones, you can kind of get a little skip if you're coming in on a hyzer angle. The Suspect is available in Lucid, FUZION, BioFusion, Classic, Classic Blend, and Classic Soft. Those are all the stock stamp available plastics. Alright, so now it's time for a giveaway. if you'd like to be entered in this giveaway, I'm going to have you do 4 easy things. First of all, hit that like button. How could you not like these giveaway videos? Second, down in the comments, tell me why you want to try out this suspect. Third, really important, is in that comment you have to thank Anthony at Dynamic Discs. Without him, I wouldn't have these discs to review and then give away. And then fourth, please be subscribed to the channel. So if you'd like to be entered in the giveaway, follow those 4 easy steps. A week after this video is posted, I'm going to randomly select a winner and then contact them to send this disc out. So good luck and thanks for watching.